Hey everybody, this is Chaplain Boone. Just wanted to come and share with you another devotional for this week, the week of September 11th, 12th, whatever it is. But again, thankful for what you do, and especially in light of 9/11 and the observances this past Sunday for that, a special thank you for what you do. Today, I want to share with you a story. It's a wild story, a pretty interesting story, and it's told in the Old Testament of the Bible in the book of Second Kings, and it's in chapter 3. We're introduced to King Solomon, who has become the king. He is a man who, when he assumed the role of king, God says, "Look, I'll give you whatever you want. What is it that you ask?" And after giving it some thought, Solomon says, "Well, I want wisdom. He already had money and stuff being the king's son. I need wisdom to be able to reign well. I need wisdom." But one of the things I always pray for you is that God would protect you and keep you from harm. And the other thing is that God gives you wisdom to be able to do your job, to do it well, do it to the best of your ability. It goes a little bit deeper. It gives us something called discernment. And the story is this, that there's two women who live together. We're told that they're prostitutes. They both became pregnant, and they both give birth within 3 days of each other. They live alone, and during the night, of the one prostitute, her baby passed away. And so when she saw that the baby was dead, she takes the baby during the night and she takes it into the other room to her other friend, and she places in her arms the dead baby, and she takes the other lady's alive baby back to her. And the next day, the story is revealed, of course, that the one baby is dead, but the woman who she has taken the baby from realizes that the dead baby that's been placed in her arms is not her baby, that her baby is the baby who is alive. So long story short, this goes before King Solomon because of dispute. We have one lady now and a baby to be hers that the other lady is saying is not hers, that her baby is dead, my baby is alive. So they come before King Solomon, and no witnesses. So you've been there many times. So it's simply two women with two different stories making two different claims. And so King Solomon hears the story of both. He hears the testimony of both women, the one that says, her son died. The other lady said, no, it was her son died. She took my live baby. And Solomon hears all of that, and he gives a ruling. He simply looks out and he says to his servants, "Bring me a sword. I'm going to cut this baby in half, and I will give each one of them half of the baby." And of course, knowing that the mother, the real mother, the who's really is her child, is not going to allow that to happen. And that's exactly what happens. The real birth mother says, "No, no, no, no. Then just give her the baby. Just give her the baby then. I don't want the baby to put to death." While the attitude of the other woman is, "Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. We'll both have half of nothing." And so Solomon realizes then who the real mother is. The one who says, "Give the baby to her," must be the real mother for the love and the affection that she shows for the child. And so she is awarded the baby. So it's a fascinating story, but it's a reminder of how discernment is needed. It's kind of considered discernment to be part of, of wisdom, and it is. But wisdom is, it's knowing right from wrong. It's knowing the things to do. It's things that you have learned. Discernment is being able to actually make a judgment from the things that you know, to figure out exactly what is what, which end is up, which end is down, what is right, what is wrong. So this is something that you need every day in your job, because often you're put in that role that you have two people with no witnesses, both with opposite stories trying to make their case. And you're trying to make the discernment here of what's up here and who's telling the truth, which one's lying. It could even be an individual that you pull over or that you're encountering. That's just one person, but they're giving you the story. And part of your job is trying to discern that story as to its accuracy and to its truthfulness. And so discernment is needed. And so, again, the Bible is the greatest source for discernment. But our prayer for you today is not only for your protection and not only for wisdom, but God give you a spirit of discernment, that in your roles that you're able to discern who is telling the truth, telling the lie, who's right and who's wrong, which end is up, which end is down. So that's our prayer for you. Anything that myself or any of the chaplains can help you with, please do not hesitate to call us. We appreciate what you do. We're supporting you with prayer, but we want to help you in any way that we can. So you stay safe and continue to serve well. Thanks for letting me share with you.